damaging my own body. Let me damage my own body. But this person gets to damage my body and he can walk for free? What? But okay.
Funny how you think I need you, but honestly I don't need anything. Like what you see you can look, but I won't let you touch up on anything. I'm independent, I'm so sufficient, and I don't need a wedding ring.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you guys are watching this video, you guys clicked on it for a reason, because I'm assuming that you guys either watched or you guys have not watched, or you guys curious to watch and want to know like some information. No, not want some information, but want an opinion. I don't know. The 6-part series that was on Lifetime, Surviving R. Kelly. In this video, I'm just going to be giving my opinion. I just want to talk about it because I was at work yesterday, 2 days ago, and I literally binged the whole thing from episode 1 to episode 6. And when I tell you that this junk had me so fucked up, like, it's something that's weighing really heavy on my heart, and like the responses that people are saying is really getting to me, because like I really don't understand. If you guys did not watch the series, I would say go watch it, because I may give away some spoilers that I don't want to give away, or maybe some things that you don't know about it. So I would definitely say go down there, watch it, form your own opinion about it, and then come back to this video. So in this 6-part series, it's basically, you know, giving you the time span of R. Kelly and all the things that he's done in the past. And the interesting thing about this whole thing is, like, you would question when you're watching it. It's like you question, how is this guy not in jail? Like, how is this guy able to do all these things? And as of right now, it seems like he's untouchable. Like, he can't, no one can seem to grasp how this nigga is still here, not behind bars or like anything like that. So when you watch the video, you learn a lot about R. Kelly that a lot of people probably didn't really know. Like, I know before watching this, the only thing I necessarily really knew about R. Kelly was his peeing situation, like how he peed on someone. And even within that situation, I didn't even know that it was a minor that he peed on. I thought it was just a woman. Like, I thought he just, you know, he peed on someone. And like, even with that, I was like, I mean, if she knew about it and she was cool with being peed on, y'all into that freaky stuff, then I personally didn't see it as a problem. That's why I still like supported him. I loved R. Kelly. I definitely thought he was I can't say thought. Definitely think he's a musical genius. You can't take that away from him. But at the same time, like, he's still a monster. Like, watching this, yo, watch it, y'all. Please watch it. Like, I was in tears watching that, because I'm like, yo, how can someone like do all of this and not face any type of consequence? And then it's like, when you do things like this to people and you let them get away with it, they're going to continue doing it, and then going to just believe that they're unstoppable. And it's like, we can't be mad, because it's like, it's our fault. Like, people make jokes of it. Like, even with Harvey Weinstein, like, I would watch a couple videos like with the whole Harvey Weinstein situation, and people would make fun, like they would poke fun at award shows and be like, haha, you don't want to stay in a room with Harvey Weinstein, ha kiki. But and then in real life, he really up in here doing this crazy stuff. And then another thing that happened is that he was married to Aaliyah. Aaliyah was 15 years old. He was 27. And the crazy thing is that his manager says it in the interview. He lets them know, I forged it. I knew she was 15. I knew that he was 27. So I forged a marriage license so that they can get married. The thing that gets to me, and what I really want to talk about in this video, that low-key upsets me, is like, I see so many people talking about, why are these people coming out now? They should have came out before. If they would have done this earlier, he would have been in jail. It's everyone's fault. It's the victim's fault. It's his fault. It's his fault. It's the people around him fault for letting this happen. But my thing is, like, you can't necessarily blame someone who's 14, 15, 16, because you gotta think about it. Where were you when you were 14, 15, 16? And then people are coming for like the parents. Like, where were the parents? Where were the parents? Does your parents know where you were when you were 14 every freaking second? Like me, I can honestly say, like, my dad, he was the type of person, he would literally, if I was to go somewhere, he would drop me off. He would be the one to pick me up. He would watch, he'll like be home before the street lights, blah blah blah. I would definitely say he had a watch on me. But there are still times when you're not with him. Like, say you went to the movies, my dad dropped me off to the movies, and then he picks me up. them 2 hours at the movies, I could have been anywhere. I can go anywhere. Like, it's like, or those times, that's 7 hours when I'm in school. When I want to, like, but there's been times when I skipped school. I could have been at R. Kelly house. Your parents don't always know where you are. So it's just like, you can't necessarily say that. I don't know, like, my thing is like, this whole victim shaming is just ridiculous. Like, I feel like people are really like just trying to find any excuse, and that's the problem. Like, if you watch the documentary, you would see like people are like, that's how he got away with most of his stuff, and then he got money. So, and then it's like, you have people, instead of listening to the stories of these women and listening to what they've gone through and looking at this man's history of all the things that he's done. Like, when you watch this documentary and they put everything together, that's the great thing about this documentary, because they literally put it from the beginning to the end to where we are now, which is still happening at the moment. Like, he still has women at his house, but it's like, at this point, they're legal. So it's like, you can't, at this point, he got smart with it. I would definitely say he got smart with it, because now, what can we say? It's almost like they ran away. They can do what they want, but it's like, you manipulated them when they were young. Think of it this way. So R. Kelly is probably like 14, 15, 16-ish years older than most of these girls probably. So what is that? That's 12 years from each other. So you have a 2-year-old and then you have a 14-year-old. A 2-year-old in the mind of a 14-year-old is completely different. A 2-year-old is still probably pooping and peeing in their pants, don't know how to speak, don't know how to articulate what they're really thinking. 14, they know how to articulate conversation. They know how to explain what they're thinking. They know how to walk, talk. They know how to do all this stuff. They've lived a lot longer. All you gotta do, a 14-year-old give a little 2-year-old some pieces of candy and they following. They coming. They coming. Oh, I want some candy. Like, or like anything. It's just like, it's so easy to manipulate someone who's younger than you, because you have so much more experience within living in this life. So it's like, when people try to come for like these women for coming, and then it's like, you gotta think about it this way. Let me use myself as an example. When you're 14, 15 years old, you're a huge fan of someone, a super fan, and you know how people get when they're super fans. Like, they will do anything. Y'all be freaking tumbling them down off the freaking stage, doing all this crazy stuff. So we know how people are when they're fans of people. So it's like, if Dylan O'Brien, let's say Dylan O'Brien, because I was obsessed with Dylan O'Brien at one point. If Dylan O'Brien came to me and I was 14, 15 years old, and he gave me his number at that time, at 14, 15 years old, gave me his number, you don't think I'm gonna text him? Yeah, because I think that I feel like I have a chance with this person that I really like. Idris Elba. Like, y'all not gonna text them? Like, yes, you're gonna text them. Shut up. Don't wanna hear it, shut up. You may not wanna be with them, whatever, but you're gonna text them. And then he was making them feel like that they were the only girl. So, and then it's like, oh, I'm gonna be his girlfriend. It's gonna be like this. It's so easy to manipulate. And the crazy thing is, it's just like, he knew what he was doing. Like, you know what you're doing. So it's like, my thing is like, when people are victim shaming these people, and like they're saying, why did they come out now, or what did they wait for? My thing is, I'm pretty sure people came out before. Clearly they tried to get this nigga arrested when he peed on a 14-year-old girl in a freaking video. In a video that clearly shows his face and clearly shows the girl was identified as the girl, and he's still chilling as if nothing happened. And then got the nerve to be at his freaking trial and picked up another 14-year-old girl. Like that's so disrespectful. Like, you're on trial for what you're doing. And you left and you did it again. Like, in our face. And it's just like, everything was there. Me personally, I can't support him. I can't listen to his music, because in these situations, you can't separate the music from the person, mainly because the music is about what is going on. Like, I feel like with Bill Cosby, my thing with Bill Cosby is like, this may be a little controversial. People probably will come for me for this, but like, I definitely think that he deserved to go to jail for the things that he's done, because you can't, we need to get to a point where we need to let people know, like, this is not okay. Like, what you're doing is not okay, and you have to pay for the consequences, and you got to pay for the lives that you ruined. Like, you ruined people's lives. And with Bill Cosby, he definitely deserved to go to jail. But I feel like with Bill Cosby, the show is not about him. Like, you know, the show is about the show. But R. Kelly, his music is literally about the situations that he was doing. Like, Seems Like You're Ready. Not Seems Like You're Ready. Age Ain't Nothing But a Number that he wrote for Aaliyah. Literally letting us know it ain't nothing but a number. And it's making me think, like, what is that? I don't see nothing wrong with the, like, what do you, now it's like, what do you mean you don't see nothing wrong? Like, at first I thought it was like, you know, I don't see nothing wrong with this. But now I can't get the thought out of my head of you thinking, like, I don't see nothing wrong even though you 14, but like, it's whatever. Like, I can't, like, I don't know. I personally can't. And it's just like, y'all know y'all haven't been listening to R. Kelly every freaking day. Like, y'all know y'all don't be listening to him on a daily basis. Like, let's be real. When was the last time y'all heard an R. Kelly song besides now because all of this popped up? My thing is, like, when you have a person who has all this money and he's in the public light as much as he is, because clearly even when they did come out and they tried to do that thing, they tried to get him for peeing on that woman, on that 14-year-old girl, where the evidence is literally there, but like, it's literally in our face. Like, the video is there, and like, people were still coming for Sparkle. Sparkle, I guess, was one of his artists, one of his prodigies or whatever. And the girl was her niece. And like, they still were trying to come for her. She's only trying to extort for money. She just want this, she just want that. So it's like, when you have one person coming out for someone that's so huge, who has this huge fan base, who has like all this money, it's gonna be hard for someone to say that this is happening because for some reason we don't believe them. And it's like, I get it, there are situations where there are women who extort men for money and they say certain things happen, and shame on you women for doing that, because when I feel like I'm about to start, I don't want to start crying, but I feel like when real situations like this happens, it makes it harder for the it's just so sad, but it makes it harder for the women who actually been through situations like this to like, God. And the crazy thing is, I've never been through anything like this, but it's just like, I feel for them, because it's like, it's wrong. Like, wrong is wrong. Like, at the end of the day, wrong is wrong, no matter what it is and no matter who you are. So it's like it makes it harder for the women who this is actually going through to actually like get justice, because it's like, clearly if you think that you're invincible, you're not getting caught for doing it before, of course you're gonna continue doing it because you feel like you're gonna feel like you're like invincible, like you can do this, like this is what I do. And it's like, it's not gonna stop until you're behind bars, until like, you know, I don't know. I'm sorry, y'all. I knew that was gonna happen because when I was watching it, I was just like getting so teared up, like I couldn't. Alright, but like, it makes it so much harder for real situations that are happening, and it's like, how are they supposed to get justice when you're faking it? But like, with this situation, you can't say that because like, I don't know, it's just so sick. Like, it's so gross. Like, I hate it. Like, I hate it so much, and it just really bothers me when people try to come for the victims, because it's like, they didn't ask for this, and then now you're blaming them when literally with this guy, it's in his history. So it's like, you can't even say that. Like, when in this documentary they put it all together, like, and it's like, yo, like Aaliyah, who knows, like, actually first started off with him, and shame on whoever that was who did that to him, because if they didn't do that to him, maybe, I'm pretty sure none of this would have even happened, because situations like that always start off with someone who've been in situations like that. So it's just like, I don't know, people are gross, people are disgusting. I can't with people. It's just not fair for people to think that they can just take advantage over people like that. Like, who are you? Like, you're no different because you have money. You got money, you got all these people on your side, like, so you think that you're able to like do this. Like, no, we're all human. And he would literally pick up women, like pick up young girls at like schools. And it's like, you're 27. What are you doing hanging out at a high school? 30 years old. What are you doing? But you know, like, you know what you're doing. Like, you know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what you're doing. You know that these women are gonna come because of your status, because of your name, because they're fans of you. They look up to you. Like, I don't get, like, how people can still try to blame them for it. Like, it's not that easy. Like, I've never been in that situation, but I know it's not that easy, because it's so easy for them to flip it on you, to make it seem like you're the problem. And it shows even now, because they're coming out about it, but yet people are still saying these things. It's like, how? Why are y'all not coming for R. Kelly? He's the one who did it. Like, y'all rather come for these women and say that they're lying and say that their story is like, say that everything that's happening isn't true, or like they're using this for money, they're using this for clout, blah 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 blah. Like, they're just whatever. They did not get paid for doing that Lifetime thing. They didn't get paid. My thing is, like, I appreciate that they did that, because now people know who he is, and I feel like now people know, like, yo, like, this guy is a problem. Like, this, we have to do something about him, or he's gonna clearly, like, he still thinks that he's unstoppable. I just feel like you can't really speak on something if you've never been through it. And it's like, you can't say that this is easy, like, you should do this, blah 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 blah, when you've never been there. Especially when you're young like that. Like, you probably don't even think nothing wrong is happening at that age. Like, you think like this guy cares about me. Like, yeah, we can go to the police, we can take this to the police, but he had police on his side. He has money. When you have money, you can do whatever you want. Like, even with that situation that just with that girl who, I don't know her name, but that girl who they were trying to arrest her because she killed her sex trafficking guy, Centonia Brown, but she gave her full clemency. I don't know what that word means, but when I was reading the comments, it seemed like she's free. So, like, I'm like, thank God. So she's free. But and then it was like with that, and then you had a guy who raped a girl all day, and he got off on bail for $400 because he knew someone and he had the money. It's just like, if you have money, just pay off people. They're like, they don't care. It's not their life, so they don't care. They don't care about the person that this is happening to, because it's not happening to them. But it's like, you gotta think about it. Like, what if that was your daughter? What if that was you? Like, you will want people to believe you, but unfortunately, the society that we live in, people rather blame the people rather than the perpetrator, rather than the person who's doing the crimes. No, you're wrong because of what you're wearing, because of what you walked in, because you had them drinks, because you decided to do this. So that gives me every right to come up into your space and violate it. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? He had these girls, they had to ask him when to eat. He would starve them. Like, I think the most was like 3 days, just because, like, I guess he didn't call him daddy, or like they spoke to someone. It's my humanistic right to talk. Like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to tell me who the fuck I'm talking to? But when you're brainwashed and you feel like, when you get to that point, like, cause like, you can be taught anything from like 14 to like probably 17, 18, I don't know. But when you're young, it's so easy to be manipulated, because you learn, like, your mind is still developing, so you're still like learning certain things. So like, when someone's putting something in your head, I mean, how do you think we learn things? We learn things from being taught something. So if you're being taught that this is what you have to do, this is what your life is, this is how it's got to be, you're going to, it's easier for you to be manipulated, and it's easier for you to believe that that's what it is. They had to ask him when to use the bathroom. A girl went in there, there were freaking buckets by the door showing that they probably were peeing and pooping in those buckets. Like, that is not humane. Like, that is not humane at all. Like, that is literally someone who I don't know. I don't even know. Like, he's literally a monster. Like, how can you treat humans like that? Like, how can you treat another person like that? Yes, he made good music, but more good music is to come. Let Jackie's. Sorry, that's a joke. This is not a joking video. But I got Jackie's, the real king of R&B. JK, that's a joke. He is not the king. But like, that whole thing had me just so shook. And the shookest thing that shook me is just like, how is this guy not in jail? And it's like, now after this, what can they do? Like, can he still, excuse me, can he still get arrested? Can they do something about it? Like, is he able to get arrested for these things? Like, these women are coming. These women are coming forward. And I feel like they really need to make a surviving the industry, because this industry, y'all, is so messed up. Like, I know it ain't just R. Kelly. Like, I know it ain't just R. Kelly. You got Harvey Weinstein. You have the whole Me Too movement of all these people who they know they can manipulate people. They know that some women who are, and men, I don't even want to say it on women, because men too. Men get molested, they get raped, they get all these. Look at Terry Crews, and he's a big dude. He is huge, and you would think people will be like, wow, you could have did something. Like, no, when you're in that situation and you're in a public, like, this guy did it in public. He had the nerve to touch him in public, and it's like you're taken aback by it. You're shocked. You're like, did this really just happen? And if you've never been in a situation, don't say. Just have sympathy. Be a person. Be a human. Well, I'm not sure. My hair look mad short. Be a human. Like, oh god, I just get so angry. Like, oh, this gets me so mad. Shame on the people who were there and they saw this happening and they did nothing about it. You guys are sick too, and you're a part of the problem. You are the problem. Like, it's just sick. It's disgusting. Like, this whole thing, that whole documentary, like, at first I was gonna turn it off because I was like, I can't. But then it says something, like, no, let me watch this. I was like, let me see, because it's a six episode, all an hour, so they must have a lot to say. And I didn't know that there were it was like woman after woman after woman after woman. I'm like, yo, like, really? This guy really thinks he's unstoppable. This guy really thinks that he can get away with it. And why? Because we let him get away with it. We let this situation happen. We take the money. People take the money. They take all of that. Like, no. Money is not going to buy you out of everything. And 2019 is your year. Because you gotta go. You gotta go. R. Kelly, Harvey Weinstein, Chris Stokes, all the other people. It's your time. Time is up. You gotta go. It's y'all year. 2019 is y'all year, and y'all out of here. Y'all out. Y'all are canceled. Y'all all canceled. I can't really, I don't know. The whole thing was just crazy. So I'm done. And that's my spiel. We need to stop victim shaming. We need to do better, guys. We need to look at the perpetrator, because everyone's doing everything that they can to make it seem like it's okay. Everyone is literally doing everything they can to justify what is happening, to justify what he's doing. Wrong is wrong, no matter who you are, no matter who your skin complexion, whatever your skin complexion is, no matter how much money you have, no matter how much power. But that's it. So I'm gonna say, I don't know, I just wanted to get that off my chest, because I was just getting real frustrated with people commenting under my thing, under like the post that I wrote. Let me see if I can find the post. It was in the reel. Let me show you what I wrote. I was like, honestly, because they asked, it was like, how do you feel about the whole situation with the R. Kelly, surviving R. Kelly? I was like, honestly, I'm lost for words as to how he's not in jail. For everything that he has done. I just binged the entire series at work today, and I was literally in tears. People need to stop blaming the victims and start taking it for what it is and blame the perpetrator. He knows better. He knew better as to why he felt like he had to hide it. These women deserve justice, and he deserves to be behind bars for all the lives that he's ruined. Also, side note, I don't really want to bring race into this, but let's be real, I can promise you, let a white woman come up and say that she was victimized by this man. Now, I will let y'all know if I promise you. That's probably why Bill Cosby is in jail, because if a white person, I don't want to bring race, but let's be real, if a white woman comes up and says that she's been victimized by him, he's going to be in jail just because he's a black man and she's a white girl. She's a white woman. That's just the society we live in, and that's just what it is. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Give me the proof, because whatever. So I was like, I can promise you, if she came up and said that he was victimized by this man, he would be in jail. No questions asked. Just stated facts. My heart goes out to all these women, and I pray that they get the justice they deserve. Time's up. Your time is up. And then I had people commenting under, like, people can play victim real easy. I fault everyone. Okay, fault everyone. In this situation, you can't fault the victims. I'm sorry. You want one. They lit. Fault everyone, blah, blah, blah. You can't, I feel like in this situation, you can't fault the victims. Like, you're a victim. Like, no, whatever. Then someone was like, maybe if they had came forward in the beginning, he would be in jail. And it's just like, what? And I was like, yo, I need to say something. I need to make a video. I need to state my opinion, because watching this, I really couldn't believe it. And I feel like if you watch it, if you're still like, if you watch it and you still are okay and like, you still feel like they're the problem, you're a part of the problem. So that's all I'm going to say in this video. Post your opinions if you guys watched the video. If you guys seen it, let me know how you guys thought about it. I felt like the documentary was good overall. It was very good. Like that part when, oh guys, just watch it. Yeah, and let's get these monsters off the street, all of them. Not only just R. Kelly, all of them. Let's get them out of here. We don't need y'all. The life would be so much better without y'all in these streets. Let's get them rather than the people who are in jail for 20 years for weed. Because I wanted to smoke myself some weed and damage my own body. If I'm damaging my own body, let me damage my own body. But this person gets to damage my body and he can walk for free? What? But okay. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. And just remember to share love, be a good person, be nice to people, spread peace, love, and positivity throughout the world, and maybe we can be better. Yeah, that's my spiel.